Hello YouTube, my name's Dan. This video is going to be kind of brief, but I just wanted to sort of touch on something that's come up. I've seen it on Twitter and sort of on the internet a little bit recently about this new game, PS4 exclusive, The Order 1886. Now, the thing that people are writing about and tweeting about, and a couple of reviewers or YouTubers or gamers rather have got early access to the game. They've played it through. They've said, oh, it only takes 5 hours to complete, 5.5 hours to complete the game. And then there's this big kind of thing going on about how long should a game last. You're paying £40 or $60 or €50 or whatever for your game. How much game time do you feel you should be entitled to from a AAA title in terms of what you're paying, like the dollar per hour of entertainment you're getting? If you compare it to sort of like other media, like films or movies, you're paying to go to the cinema, X amount for your seat at the cinema to see a film. And it's like a really interesting sort of thing. I'd be interested to see what people actually feel, is whether they actually feel that like a 6-hour game time is worthy of £40 of your money. I mean, personally, for me, I would be disappointed at a game that gives me less than kind of 12 to 15 hours of gameplay. In a game where there's a core storyline and you've got side quests and you've got other things to do, if the side quests are engaging enough that they feel part of the actual main game, and that adds to the hours that you can get out of the game, then that's brilliant. If you can play a game, I mean, I played Skyrim in like 15 hours, and that was the main quest and the main side quest, which is the kind of whole rebellion thing, which side you join, blah, 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 blah. So obviously there's a ton more that you can do in Skyrim. But if there wasn't anything else in Skyrim, I would have been happy to pay probably retail for just the main game and a few of the side quests. Likewise with Oblivion, I think I got like at least 100 hours out of my first playthrough. And again, there's much more available. So really, there's kind of... It's whether the developers want to put the ability in the game, or whether the game caters to providing you with that amount of gameplay, I guess. Something like Assassin's Creed 2, I think I put maybe 25 hours into the game. If I'd have bothered to do all of the collectibles, like find all the fucking feathers and things like that, which requires guides and shit if you don't want to troll the entire map, then you're looking at like much more hours, hence more value for money. Going back years and years and years, like games like Final Fantasy VII, wow, you'd get so much, so many hours of gameplay out of that. And if you bear in mind that back then it had to fit on a like a CD-ROM, and now we've got Blu-ray and 50 gig downloads and stuff like that. With PC gaming, at least, like the capacity for digital games is, you could make a game that's 100 gig. You could make the game fucking huge. You could plow in so much detail that it would take you 300 hours to complete it. And, if you're paying £40 and you're getting 300 hours of gameplay, that's pretty good. I mean, I guess like this really kind of whole thing only applies to single player games as opposed to multiplayer games, because if you're playing something like Call of Duty or Battlefield or Left 4 Dead, I mean, those games I've sunk hundreds and hundreds of hours of gameplay and enjoyment out of. So you could never begrudge paying full retail price for that sort of game that you're going to get literally years of gameplay out of. But with something like this, I'm a little bit dubious. I don't know, I wouldn't pay £40 for a 6-hour game. I mean, I hope that when the game actually comes out, people play it and sort of go, yeah, no, you're going to get like 15 hours at least. And if it's a solid gameplay experience as well, and the story's good and the gameplay mechanics are great and you really enjoy it, then you feel like you've got your money's worth. So I suppose it's kind of that balance of not making gameplay for gameplay's sake, as it were, so that the developers are thinking, yeah, we're going to throw in 50 hours of gameplay, but it's not very good gameplay. You're still not going to feel like that's worth your money. So I suppose it's just getting a balance between a good amount of playtime and a decent game experience. I remember being really excited about games and not worrying about, oh, are they going to last X amount of time, because the fucking game corporation, sort of the big players now, it so feels like more so than ever that it's just such a massive money grabbing fucking business model. It's just like, and I loathe these words, these phrases: season pass, fucking day one DLC, and microtransactions. Those three things have like fucked video games in the arse for people, true gamers who really enjoy playing games. It must be annoying for indie devs and for people who want to make games for the fun of it, not just for the fact that they can make a living out of it and make money out of it, but for the pure fucking fun and enjoyment of making a good game for people to play, and they're going to enjoy that game, whether you're charging £10 for it or £5. I'll add early access to that as well, although there are some good exceptions. You've got The Forest, you've got Rust, and a few early access games. Besiege is really good, that really do look like they're being made by developers that want to just take that little bit of capital that they're getting from early investors and make a really good game. That's fair enough, but there's too many that are just charging, H1Z1, fucking hell, and other games that are just taking your money and then running with it. Early access, DLC, season pass. I'm going a little bit off on a tangent now, away from the whole game time, but it sort of all comes into this corporate video game machine that seems to have appeared over, like, I know it's always been business related, but over the last few years at least, where a game company will just latch onto a franchise that they've got. Assassin's Creed, Call of Duty, we can crank them out every fucking 6 months with Assassin's Creed now. We've got the engine, we don't need to rebuild it, let's just make a new setting, we'll reskin the characters and just fucking throw it out there, and people will pay £40 for it, and then we can keep a part of the game back and sell it as DLC like 3 weeks later. It's just it's disgraceful. Like, make a good game. Make a game that's going to last for 20 hours, sell it for the price that it's worth, and then put the effort into making a different game. Not the same fucking game again, I don't know. I've gone off on a little bit of a tangent, but anyway, let me know what you guys think. If you're watching this video after the order's come out and you've bought it, let me know how long you got out of the game. Let me know what games you feel in the last sort of few years that you've bought, you've paid full price for, and you really feel that you've got your money's worth on them. Likewise, let me know in the comments games that you've bought, you've paid full retail for, and you really don't feel like they've been worth the money. I'm really interested to know what people feel about this and how much you feel you should be getting for the money that you're paying for games these days, like AAA titles. So yeah, if this is something that you have strong feelings about, please let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe if you like, check out some other videos. I generally do gameplay stuff, but I might do a few more of these kind of, ranting vlog type things about gaming if people like watching them and they're interested in the stuff that I'm saying. So yeah, let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in the next video.